two giants in web hosting go head-to-head. SiteGround versus HostGator. Who truly stands out? On one side, SiteGround, famous for speed and stellar support. On the other, HostGator, a powerhouse with budget-friendly plans. Forget flashy ads and jargon, let's get into what really matters for your website. Each category will earn points, and at the end we'll reveal the clear winner. The final verdict might surprise you. Before we go any further, here's a quick mind map of all the categories I'll be comparing. Think price, performance, data centers, security, features, support, scalability, and ease of use. If you care about any of these, and honestly, who doesn't, stick around because some of these differences are wild. Alright, let's talk about price first. SiteGround comes in with intro plans starting at around $2.99 a month, and here's what's cool, they throw in a whole bunch of features even on those lower tier plans. But yeah, there's a catch. The renewal rates do go up after your intro deal, so keep that in mind, and if you're wanting VPS or dedicated hosting, SiteGround's not really playing in the budget space there at all. Now, HostGator is all about being budget-friendly. Their entry-level plan is even cheaper, usually floating somewhere between $2.29 and $3.75 a month. Plus, they're pretty generous with different hosting styles and scalable options, often at a lower price point than SiteGround. But just a heads up, you might get hit with extra costs on add-ons. That's kind of HostGator's thing. And the base price means you get more basic features by default. Winner here, HostGator, just because you can get a lot for a little. Next, performance. SiteGround is kind of a beast here. Their entire setup runs on Google Cloud infrastructure, which is honestly super rare at this price. They include their own CDN with every plan, and their caching system is really advanced. I mean, they've got NGINX, custom super cacher, all the good stuff. The only hitch is if you're on a cheaper plan, they do limit your CPU and storage a bit, but it's rarely an issue for most sites. HostGator, meanwhile, is rock solid if most of your visitors are in the US. They use SSDs on all plans, which I love. But here, the thing features like a CDN or any real performance boost, those are mostly on the higher priced plans. And if your audience is global, performance outside the US doesn't always keep up. So honestly, SiteGround takes this round. Speed and reliability, they're crushing it. Now for data centers. SiteGround totally flexes here, I won't lie. They've got 11 data centers all over the world, US, Europe, Asia, Australia, so if your visitors are global, you can get your site close to them, and that is a huge deal for loading speed. HostGator keeps it much simpler, just 2 data centers, both in the US, so if you're running an international site, probably not ideal, at least when it comes to data center locations. And the winner. No competition, SiteGround absolutely blows HostGator away here. Oh, and here's something cool I bet you didn't know. HostGator's mascot, he's called Snappy. Meanwhile, SiteGround, all their systems run on renewable energy. That's like genuinely refreshing in the hosting space. Let's move on to security. No one wants to wake up to their site hacked, right? SiteGround covers daily backups even on their cheapest plans, and they've built a pretty intense security setup. Think AI antibot, account isolation, the works all baked in. It just feels safe, you know? HostGator, they'll get you a free SSL certificate and there's some basic protection. But if you want stuff like real malware scanning or more advanced tools, you're probably upgrading or paying extra. So SiteGround's got this one in the bag. Super robust, super hands-off, peace of mind. For features and dev tools, alright, SiteGround's custom site tools panel is actually really slick. And even on the middle plans, you get things like staging environments, built-in Git, WordPress tools. It's all so easy. Their migration tools save a ton of time too. The only knock, they don't do VPS or dedicated servers. HostGator keeps things old school with cPanel. Honestly, it's familiar and super easy for most people. They do offer VPS and dedicated hosting, which is great for anyone needing to scale big. But honestly, you lose out on some of the cool dev-focused features, especially on those starter shared plans. No staging, not as many toys. This one feels pretty clear. SiteGround is just packed with tools for devs and power users. Customer support is a big deal. Nobody wants to wait all day for help fixing their website, right? With SiteGround, support is just quick. 24/7, people actually know what they're talking about, plus a bunch of tutorials and a really active community if you want to DIY. HostGator, they've got 24/7 support too with a huge knowledge base, but if you've got a really tricky technical problem, it can sometimes feel like things move a little slower. Give this one to SiteGround. Fast, smarter help when it counts. Scalability and hosting types. This is interesting. SiteGround is excellent if you want shared hosting, WordPress plans, or their pretty advanced cloud system, but no VPS or dedicated. So if you think you'll ever need that, yeah, that's an issue. HostGator is the opposite. They're like, whatever scale you need, they've got it. You can start small, and if you ever need a reseller account, VPS, or a full-fledged dedicated server, they're ready. The only thing missing? Cloud hosting's not on the menu for them. Winner here has to be HostGator. Pure range and scalability, that's their game. Alright, last but definitely not least, ease of use. SiteGround's custom control panel is super modern, everything's right where you need it, but okay, real talk, it can feel like a lot if you're an absolute beginner. Still, for most people it's slick. HostGator sticks with classic cPanel. You've probably seen it before. It's simple, onboarding is painless, but you know it's a bit old school and hasn't really switched things up in a while. Honestly, SiteGround edges it for making big features really easy, but if you just want the basics you already know, HostGator is solid too. Overall though, SiteGround takes it. Let's throw everything on a quick radar chart now just so you can see category by category how these two stack up. Look at those spikes for SiteGround in performance and security, but notice how HostGator pulls ahead with price and hosting options. It's a pretty even match, but some clear strengths depending on what you need. So bottom line, if you're after top speed, great security, and want your site to work anywhere on the planet, SiteGround is just hard to beat. But if you want to save some cash and you're kinda US focused, or you need all sorts of hosting under one roof, HostGator is a seriously good value. To be honest, it comes down to what's highest on your wish list: performance and global reach, or stretching your budget and being able to scale in every possible direction. If you want to support our channel, feel free to use our affiliate link given in video description. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in my next video.